We did have problems keeping up with our busy season and slow season. We do have highs and lows, as you could imagine, with a candle company.
We were having to fire and hire people in as seasonal employees, and that's really difficult to do. So we would go through these ebbs and flows, and we really needed a solution, didn't know where to turn. Came in contact with Veryable and thought, hey, next season I'm gonna try it. We'll see how it goes. I would say after about the first couple of weeks, it was like, wow, we can really build a business and scale up our production quickly and efficiently with this app.
Veryable has helped us with the on-demand scaling. We don't know what the future holds. Right now it's just one order at a time. So if we have a large order comes in, we can use Veryable to help us with that. So we don't have to worry so much about keeping everybody on the payroll until we get, the next order.
Veryable allows us to be very efficient with our labor. So if I only need 5 people, I only bring in 5 people. I don't have to find work. I have 5 people sweeping the floors just to give them a paycheck, and that eats into our bottom line. And so I think one of the main things that helps keep our costs down through Veryable is having the correct amount of labor and not overspending. Also, not underspending either, where mistakes happen. Okay, I only have 12 employees, but I need to do as many bowls that would take 20 employees to do. So everybody works super, super fast. Now you're making mistakes, missing stuff in the bowls. It goes out to the customers. Sam's Club, Walmart, HEB starts getting all these complaints. And guess what? Then we lose the contracts. Now I gotta lay off everybody. It goes both ways. Is either having too much labor, I know you're like, too much labor, but yeah, it's a huge thing, or not enough labor, which is the biggest thing. Neither of those tend to be an issue.
And so Veryable actually helps us in a couple ways. One is scaling our workforce to match our demand. So when we know we've got that coming, we can go ahead and plan a little bit in advance and get the right folks in here who can help us out and help us work through our processes to meet our customer timelines. It's also a great resource for us when we have one-off projects that aren't really part of our standard processes, but we need some extra labor to help out.
As you can imagine, for us, it's not economical to keep labor around full-time year-round. Obviously, as we have our different hills and valleys throughout the business, we've relied on Veryable for that part to kind of help fill the gap. Now, where we found the most benefit for using the Veryable service is the fact of having the ability to, number one, have the quick turnaround, but number two, really just have that functionality piece, just knowing that it's available for us. So for example, right now we have a full-time headcount that I keep at a lower end of scale, but the reason for that is because I have this in my back pocket to, if I have an extra ramp, I can do that. Because I can pull the overtime lever pretty easily, nobody wants to, but I can do that. But if it really just goes above a threshold that we feel uncomfortable, I just pull the Veryable app and away we go.
We can post the ops when we need it. When things slow down, we don't post the ops. So it gives us that core protection of our workforce and just builds around that for the needs that we have.
The challenge is just the ebbs and flows of our production. We have high production times and then we have low production times. And so our goal is to have a core group of UPG employees, in-house employees, where we can give them the hours that they need at our lowest. And then as our production goes up, then we bring in more variable operators and utilize those while our production is up, and then as it ebbs and flows.
It's the flexibility I have with Veryable to be able to pick from that big pool of people. So it makes it very easy for me. Up 30%, I'm using 25 people, now I need 35 people. It's easier to work the numbers. It's just the pool of people that Veryable has, it just makes my job totally easy to meet those goals. I have to say it's been fantastic. Of all the years I've worked, this is by far the best, the easiest. It's been a great relationship. I hope that this keeps continuing on.
The worst part of my job is laying somebody off, telling somebody that I don't have work to provide you, I can't support your home life or your livelihood, and lay somebody off. That is the worst day. It happens every year with our business. It just kind of takes a downturn at the first of the year, right after holidays, and we expect about 30% of our workforce to be laid off. That didn't happen this year, and it's because with Veryable, I'm able to scale up and go crazy bonkers when I need to, but I'm also able to pull back. Maybe I don't book out as much variables for the next 30 days, but they're available, they're there, they're waiting when business picks back up. So instead of my full-time force saying, am I gonna have a job? There's not that worry anymore, and that's something that we really can't measure, but it's a great security to have with Veryable.